Hey, it's the weekend. We're gonna drink some beer, grind some meat, make some jerky out of the deer that Jackson harvested a few days ago in youth muzzleloader season. Got a little bit of work still to do, trimming, packaging it up, portioning it up for the freezer, and of course making some delicious jerky and sausage and stuff. So stick around, check it out. Sure it'll be a good time. Yeah, still got some leftovers from Thanksgiving last weekend and a bunch of meat. I'm gonna start with one of the ones in the drawer. It's the front part of the deer. Looks like, yeah, and some skirt. Variety of odds and ends. The deer sinew is actually quite unpleasant, so it's nice to try to get as much of it off as possible without sacrificing too much of the meat. We'll cut little pieces like that for jerky. Almost like skinning a fish. See, this is the skirt, or a part of the skirt. It'll be the first batch of jerky. Front leg, lots of sinew, silver skin, whatever you want to call it. Okay, bag number 2. This is mostly going to be ground. Mix it with some pork or beef or both in different batches. Make some breakfast sausage with the pork one, mix beef with it for burgers, meatloaf, shepherd's pie. Possibilities are endless. Okay, gonna do my first batch of jerky. So I got some soy sauce, just with some oregano in there. I'm gonna dice some garlic in. I've got some red peppercorns, black peppercorns, sugar, and I'm gonna put some sweet chili sauce in there. Strips of deer meat. It's kind of a test batch. Let that sit for a couple hours. Today I just happened to stop by Canadian Tire and this Hamilton Beach food dehydrator was on sale for 80 bucks. Gonna give this guy a try. I was reading in the manual different jerky techniques, and so I'm gonna give those a try as well. Hamilton Beach 5-tray food dehydrator and dehydrating jerky. Those recipes I was talking about, either the pre-treatment prior to dehydrating or post-treatment after dehydrating, blah blah blah, marinade, and then there's some recipes and they all say set dehydrator 160 for 4 to 8 hours and check every 30 minutes after that. So well, we'll see about that. So that's the back strap piece of it. I portioned them up. I made 4 portions out of each side, And I'm just gonna leave it like this with the skin on and freeze it like that. I find it protects the meat a little bit, so I'll just trim it up when I'm getting it ready for the barbecue. And otherwise, pretty much just leave it like this. And this, of course, would be the fillet in a beef. And in a beef, it would be surrounded by other delicious meat. But with the deer, pretty much the back strap is what you get. That's the thicker end from down by the rump. Ass, if you prefer. Clearly I didn't portion these evenly. Making good progress. Got some roasts in the freezer, the back straps in the freezer. Got this is for ground, this is strips for jerky, and this is stew meat. So I'm gonna package those up now, get them in the freezer, do a cleanup, and start again. Back at it. It's like a mystery unbagging. Butchering the deer in the garage there. Just put it into Ziploc bags. It's nice to, put it on the cutting board, clean it up here as opposed to out there with running water and stuff like that. Everything's been cleaned up yet again. Washed all my bowls, got them clean. Wiped down everything with the vinegar. Been going through a lot of that. In between bags, cleaning the cutting board with vinegar and the knife. Sharpen the knife as well. Back at it. Let's see what we got here. More leg meat. Pretty easy to tell the difference between leg and neck, basically front and hind and shoulders, and of course the back straps. You see all the sinew on there, that's lower leg. The front, more cutting away sinew and ground meat stuff. Maybe some jerky out of this. I think I'll just bag that one. Maybe save it for the barbecue. We'll put it in the miscellaneous barbecue / roast bag. This will be mostly ground meat once I get rid of some of the sinew anyways. It's freaking hard on the grinder even. But waste not, want not. Another mystery bag, yay! Thought I was done with the leg meat. I guess not. I got 5 bags to go after this one. Oh hey, I think I'm gonna get lucky. Oh yeah, look at this. This is ass meat, as I like to call it. I know my cuts well. Lower hind quarters. So that's a nice chunk of meat. I'm just gonna throw that into a bag and call it a day. And this is probably on the other side. There you go. So maybe trim that up a little bit and just throw it into Ziploc bags and do some roasts with it. Roasted leg. It's a nice piece of meat. Stuff on top here is what was pre-cooked in the oven. And the stuff on the bottom here, bottom couple of trays the stuff that was not cooked in the oven. So one of the trays is gonna go for the post cook, and then we'll do the taste testing. Here we have our jerkies. So these were the test batches, 5-hour dry on them, the pre-cook, no cook, and post-cook. And then 7-hour dry, pre-cooked, no cook, and the post-cook. Ready for sampling. Time to sample some jerky. We'll start with 5-hour dry pre-cook. As you can tell, the pre-cook is a little bit, got a little singe on it before going into the dehydrator. It's very crispy.
That's pretty brittle. That's pretty brittle. Yeah, it's pretty brittle.
Oh, that's a crisp break. Okay.
Yeah, pretty crunchy.
Crispy, crunchy,
Dry.
delicious. This is the no cook, so I didn't pre-cook this or post-cook it like the recipe said. Yeah, you can tell that is a lot chewier.
Definitely a lot more
Yeah,
give.
taste it. Yeah, it's more rubbery and stringy.
Okay, that one does not break nicely.
More chewy.
What? A little more chewy, I like it.
Oh, and it's very chewy.
But not too chewy.
But it's got a nicer flavor.
Still pretty good.
Like it seems to have permeated more.
Crunchier, chewier,
Grainier, chewier,
and then
but
the
more flavor.
post-cook stuff.
Post cook.
So this, after it was dehydrated, went into the oven for 10 minutes at 275
A little
degrees.
brittle, a little brittle.
Harder to break. Seemed to tear more. This was a clean break. This one was like a tear break.
It's also nice and chewy, but not stringy like the stuff that was
Flavor, but
Sounds pretty good too.
texture, that one. Don't like the texture of that one.
not treated. Pre-cook a little bit crunchier. Post-cook a little chewier. So these are the winners for the test batch. That was a 5-hour dry. The pre-cook was pre-cooked for 400 degrees at 400 degrees Celsius for
I think I like it like this.
8 minutes.
Post,
That's the best one.
post cook, no cook,
Okay.
and pre cook.
And this is the 7-hour dry with the pre-cook for 400 degrees at 8 minutes. For 8 minutes.
This one's probably pretty brittle.
Yeah, it snaps like a twig.
But
I like that one. Texture wise too.
it's actually really good. That off the bat is better than these three.
It's actually not as chewy or not as crunchy as the 5-hour dry. I mean, the 7-hour dry pre-cooked is a little bit chewier. It's still crunchy, like breaks apart, as you can see. Good.
So that one's not gonna break very easily.
7-hour dry, no cook.
A little less brittle.
Again, more flavor in that one.
No pre-cook or post-cook, I should say. Again, it looks a little bit stringier. And yeah, it doesn't snap like the pre-cooked stuff. It's also a little stringy, chewy. But good. Probably a little personal preference here. Some people might really like it like that. Okay. Last one. 7-hour drive, post cook, 10 minutes, 275 degrees after it came out of the dehydrator. So this stuff doesn't snap like the pre-cooked stuff. It
Hey, that was a nice break. Okay.
breaks apart nicely.
I think I like this one or this one the best.
It's a little bit chewier, but not stringy like the not cooked stuff. Just a little chewy, almost like store-bought jerky.
This is not too chewy, like where you feel like you're chewing too long. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
like that
used to
one.
it, definitely top two, but
Which one did you like?
You have to watch the video to find out. So, in summary, I think the 7-hour dry with the post cook at 275 for 10 minutes yielded the best results. At least most like a store-bought packaged jerky. But
I'm just the post cook. 7-hour dry post cook.
the 7-hour dry pre-cooked
That's the
stuff
winner. I think the post cook's overall better.
is a close second. I like that on the pre-cook it gets a little bit of color on it before you put it in the dehydrator, and then it gives it kind of like a barbecue. That little bit of char flavor. Magic combo right there. On to the last step of the deer butchery process. So all these offcuts that I collected during the process, I'm now going to grind into ground meat, and I bought some very expensive regular ground beef to mix with it, so that'll help with adding some fat to it, and from there possibilities are endless. Alright, if I've assembled the grinder properly, this should not take very long. The grinder says it's about 3 pounds per minute. It'll go through this pretty fast. Trick is get everything ready before you get started. All your pieces of meat chopped into chunks, they'll go through that hole right there. And otherwise you're not going to be able to keep up with the grinder. So let's see how this goes. The grinder itself is from 1997. I found the warranty card in the box, so I only use it a couple times a year at most, and we'll see if it holds up. Almost 30 years old. Here we go. That's all she wrote. Oh, the biggie. Yeah, it's probably 25-30 pounds of ground meat, something like that. Done diddly. Finally done. 22 Ziploc bags of ground meat. Ended up being maybe 20% beef that I mixed in there. And that's it, except for the cleanup and getting this in the freezer.